Brothers and sisters, this is Danny from CatchForChrist.net, and today we're going to memorize Genesis 19:26. As always, we'll be using the Scripture Typer Bible Memory System app. It's a pretty straightforward app, and I think it's an awesome app, a great app. For a more in-depth tutorial, please see the first video on this playlist. But you're just going to hit My Verses, hit the plus sign. So this is the screen. Let's go back. Okay. So My Verses, plus sign, hit New Verse, then choose which book you're going to be in, and then type in the chapter or verse notation. You can choose different versions, different translations, and you can also categorize your verses into different collections. So I'll import the verse text and then hit save. Then just scroll down to wherever that verse is located. Alright, Genesis 19:26. Alright. And it's a three-step process. The first step is to type it. You're going to hit the first letter of each word. So, but Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Genesis 19:26. And I like to recite the verse as I type it. But Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Genesis 19:26. And I like to do each step at least 3 times. Once again, but Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Genesis 19:26. Now the second step is pretty crucial. It's going to take away half the words. It's called Memorize It. Half the words are visible, and you're essentially filling in the blanks, but you're still going to hit the first letter of each word. So, but Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Genesis 19:26. Now when you make an error, you'll see it'll turn red and buzz. And then the next time you try it, it'll have what's called a heat signature, a little red mark to let you know where you made a mistake previously. And as you can see, it alternates which half the words are visible. But Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Genesis 19:26. And one more time, but Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Genesis 19:26. Now you can continue to memorize it until you get to a good percentage. I'm just going to power right through to master it, which is the last step. But Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Genesis 19:26. So as you'll see, it'll say, "Great job, you've mastered this verse." It'll tell you what accuracy you're at. You have to hit a certain level of accuracy to master it, according to the app, and you can tweak that setting in your settings. So mine is at 96%. So that means that if I review this verse tomorrow and I get at least 96%, then it will advance my review frequency. Right now you see it's set at review daily. And then, nope, not that. So review daily. So if I do it tomorrow, hit my accuracy level, I'll go to 2 days. After 2 days I review it, hit my level, it'll be 3 days. 4 days, 5 days, so on and so forth, all the way to once a year and not at all. And you can also review your verses each day. It'll give you a little countdown, tell you which passages you have coming up, so you don't have to worry about which ones you need to brush up on. And the reason I like to recite the verses as I'm typing it is because after a while you're going to start to hear your own voice in your own head. You're typing it and you're reading it, you are reciting it, and you're also hearing yourself recite it. So in less than 5 minutes, you can really practice and rehearse and meditate on this passage over and over again and commit it to memory in very little time. But it's always important to review your verses each day, from my point of view. And it's also important to read verses in context. So please read this verse in context. But thank you for watching this video. Have a great day, and God bless.